Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking around Capnclydes MTG. Today, I do have some news. The new fall super drop for Secret Lair is here. So let's go over that while we crack boxes in the other videos of Grand Archive. Magic's always shaking and moving and reprinting the cards that you try to collect for money. But that's fine. Some of these are pretty cool. Some of them are pretty not. Is that even a phrase? Anyway. Without further ado, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Subscription doesn't cost a thing, and it keeps us sponsor free. That's where I'd like to stay, because Lord knows the last thing you want to hear is me talk about food plans and earbuds and selling gold. Hell, I don't know. You name it. And besides, if I can't get sponsors, we're gonna have to go to OnlyFans, and that's gonna be bad for everyone involved. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Let's not go there. So we're gonna start off with our Super Lair drop. Here it is. First thing we're going to talk about is the Art Series Kev Walker. So non-foil you can get for $29.99. Foil you can get for $39.99. That's going to be the all-around theme today. Here are the four cards. Faber Elder. It's an okay card. Sees a little bit of play. I do like the art on this card. Carnage Tyrant. This is a callback from Standard that used to be a great card. Still is a great card. The art on this, I will say, is pretty cool. I do like it. Fleshbag Marauder, I mean, it's your basic 3-1, everybody sacks a creature. But the art is good, and It That Betrays. Now, this is a picture for It That Betrays that really betrays it. But Anyway, not a whole lot of value here, per se. I think Carnage Tyrant still worth a little bit of money, so is It That Betrays. Fleshbag, not so much. Faber Elder. Say that 5 times fast. A little bit of value there. I think this, with the new art, is probably worth $29.99. $39.99 for foils, probably as well. Again, it's not something I would buy just because I don't have a need for these cards. But if you're looking for these cards in particular, I think this is a pretty sweet Secret Lair with great art and reasonably priced for the cards that you're getting, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong from where I looked at my price listings and what have you, because as you know, when they do this kind of stuff, it affects current price and all that jazz. But I think this has some pretty good value. You tell me what you think below. The next one in the series we have is the Bugging Out Super Drop. Oh, boy. $29.99 for non-foil. Like I said, also $39.99 for foil. You get 5 cards in this one instead of 4. I guess math's hard on how many cards you put in these things. Anyway, Eldritch Evolution is okay. Giant Androphate, I don't know how to say that word. Sorry. Noxus Revival. Grist the Hunter Tide is kind of okay. And you have Mazarak, the Death Priest. I'm not big on this kind of art. Maybe you guys are. This is kind of a 90, 80 style art. I mean, it's fine if it's what you're into. Card-wise, I don't think these cards are all that great. The value of these 5 cards are probably close to $29 or $39 probably, mainly because of Grist, I think. Maybe the Death Priest. But to be fair, even if those are the cards of value, for me, this isn't it, and I don't think this is a good one. If you guys like it, tell me down below. But for me, no bueno. And I have no idea what that means. But anyway, next one we have is Gary Baseman Land Series. So as usual, $29.95 for non-foil, $39.95 for foil. The 5 cards we get are the 5 basic lands. If you're into this, go for it. This is kind of a weird, like, My Pet Monster, I think, where the wild things are kind of art style. If you don't know what that is, then just Google it or just forget about it, because, God, I'm old. But for me, I just don't have a lot of connection to this. I think there's other land I'd rather have. And to be honest, I mean, you're basically paying $6 a land here, when for $1 you can get some other lands that are, in my opinion, a lot better, that are foil, or even cheaper if they're non-foil. It's up to you. But for me, this is not going to be a good Secret Lair drop. Nothing against the man and his art, but for me, not feeling it. Moving on. All right, so next here we have Keep Partying Hard, Shred Harder Than You Previously Thought Possible. Somebody needs to work on these guys and how they name this shit. Anyway, $29.99 as usual for the non-foil, $39.99 for foil. There's 4 cards, so that means they must be good, right? They don't give us any extra. You have Tevas Sat. I mean, he's only a couple bucks as a regular Planeswalker. I don't see how this will be any extra. The art's okay, I guess. Uh, you have Godo Bandit Warlord. This is a very popular card in Commander right now with the artifact mask that does the infinite turn thing. And I'm not gonna lie, like this picture and art is freaking amazing. Lots of detail. I like it. I'm not a big Godo fan, but like this thing looks cool. I'm just saying. You have the Jeskai something reborn. God, I should have probably thrice reborn, I guess. That's an okay card. You have Vile Smasher the Fierce, which is the Goblin Berserker. I don't know where they pulled this one out of their butt from, but whatever. Me personally, I'm kind of half and half on this. If you play a Godo deck, I mean, I would buy it just for this Godo as your commander because this thing's just sweet. I ain't even lying. And to be fair, I kind of like this art style too. Not the best card, but I don't know, this kind of art style, it's a little something going on there. Just, you know, I don't know, there's something there with these two. The art on this is good. It's just not a card I've ever played, so I honestly don't care. But if you want a good-looking art card, this is it. And this is fine, too. You probably might be able to get these as singles even cheaper, depending on how many people buy these. Now, if nobody buys them, then obviously they're not going to be cheap because they're not going to be in the market. You know how that shit works. But anyway, not bad. I'd probably give it a B minus. All right, moving on. Next, we have Magic the Baseballing. I got to say, this is the sweetest thing I've seen in a while, in my personal opinion. $29.99 for non-foil, $39.99 for foil. What you get is old baseball-style versions of Planeswalkers. Front and back, as you can see here. So I started out collecting baseball cards of this style back in the 80s when I was a little kid. And this really just harkens back to that. And I just love it. This is fantastic. I'm probably going to buy these just for sentimental sake. I just think they're cool. And I also want to say, why is it Johnny the Catcher? Why can't Liliana Ness or one of the chicks be the catcher? But bump. It is kind of funny Jace is pitching. That would kind of make me want Vraska to be the catcher. Hey-oh, too soon? Anyway, honestly, though, these are just incredible. And I like how the back of the card tells you their abilities, plus the minus. I mean, it make it kind of hard to, like, what side do you play with? Like, is this the front? Is this the front? Which is the front? But whatever. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. There's lots to complain about. But what they were going for, they accomplished, I think. And this is probably going to be a secret lair I buy just for that. Here's the other ones. You have Chandra the All-Star. I don't know why Chandra's the All-Star. We have Garruk Wildspeaker, designated hitter. I love that. That is hilarious. Get it? Because he was the hunt master who was hunting Planeswalker, get designated hit. Anyway, moving on. Awesome. Love this. I will definitely be buying this. I'll probably buy some of these. I'll open one on the channel just to kind of show you guys what they look like. Because I'm going to probably want to frame some of these. I'm not even going to lie to you. It just touches my nostalgia like nobody's business. And some of you guys may not get it. Some of you do. And those who do, you know. So, moving on. Next, we have Absolute Annihilation. $29.99 for the non-foil. Obviously, $39.99 for the foil. Only 4 cards this time because, putting too many cards in a set's too much. You have Oppression. I mean, it's fine. The art on all of these are weird. You have a Braid, which is a common now, I think. Maybe uncommon still. Mass Hysteria and Terminate. Like, Terminate's not even expensive. Like, none of these cards are expensive. Like, in this one, you're really just paying for the art. Because you can buy all of these cards probably under $1 at your local game store. Okay, we'll say $5. We'll be generous. So you're going to pay an extra $25 for the art here. I think this is a big miss. Not necessarily. I mean, the art's not on par either, but honestly, just card selection in general gives this Secret Lair an F. There's just not enough value here or anything like that. And it doesn't correspond with other older sets or other things. I don't know. For me, this is just a big miss. So moving on. Now we have now on VHS, and this is one I like too. $29.99 for non-foil, $39.99 for foil. The old VHS tape version of cards, and they're good ones. You got rewind. This ain't the best thing, but I mean, look at this instant picture. Pictures, rewind. Counter target spell on tap 4 lands. 50 cents charge. The tape is not rewound. Oh, the callbacks. Oh, Blockbuster. Family Video. Family Video. Anybody? Anyway, Food Chain. Great card. This is with nothing else. Food Chain is a card that makes this whole thing worthwhile. Plus, you get a sweet rampant growth, and there's a first sliver in here. What? What? How come we can't get card value like this in every Secret Lair? Well, probably because they quit buying them and all the cards would be trash. Oh, did I say that out loud? But yeah, Food Chain, first sliver, like Rampant Growth, Rewind, bonus cards. This is an A+ buy in my opinion. Not only for the cards in it, but for the feel of the cards, what they look like, the theme. Just, I am down with this. Tell me below what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I probably on some kind of medication? That's not important. But this is sweet, and I like it. I mean, this is right up there with the baseball card thing. It just touches back to the childhood nostalgia. So, moving on. Next, we have Bugs, Bands, and Blockbusters bundle. So, that's right. You get this really weird one I said was okay, the great one here, and this crappy one I didn't like for $79.99. I don't even care about the discount, and the foil version's $105. I'd rather just buy some individually, personally, but I mean, if you want them all and you only want one of each, I mean, this is probably the way to go. It's a little cheaper. Then we have this one is for my non-foil bundle, where you get everything we saw today, one of each for $179. That is a bit much, because I don't like this set, or this set, and I'm only okay with this one and this one. I'd really just want these two, so for me, it's not worth it. Maybe it is for you. Again, if you want one of everything, I mean, have at it, and go to town. The foil version's $239. Same thing to say about this one. And then it comes in with, this one goes out to my everything bundle, $419 for foil and non-foil, everything that you saw. I mean, we're talking you could buy collector boxes for this, guys, and the cards you want get even cheaper. Like, I mean, if you want to get down with this, have at it, but I just don't think this is the value you want. This is not the nostalgia you're looking for. Yes, I waved my hands like a Jedi Knight. Yeah, C- at best, only because there are some good things in here. But I would just pick those out and buy them individually. That's just me, and that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, tell me what you guys think below of the new Super Drop and how you feel about it. Another testament of them reprinting things into oblivion. But at the same time, there was some really cool stuff here, which I can get behind. The real question is, how long can we let it happen before it goes too far, and how much do we want them to do it, and what cards should they really be doing it with? Now, with all that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I do appreciate it. Until next time, be kind, and I hope to see you across from the game table. Now, I'm going to go back to open some great archive boxes. Woo, boy.